Yeah, we don't want nobody telling us what to do. We don't want nobody pushing us around.
I apologize. But tell me, just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to be free to ride. We want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
Welcome to the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast. I am Dirty.
And I'm Tank.
And today we are joined by a living legend, our dear brother, Pops. How the fuck are you?
Fine as wine in summertime.
There you go. Pops is locally known as a man that has a joke of the day at hand at any point in time. Pops, what is the joke of the day? Oh, I put you on the fucking spot?
You don't have a joke?
No.
You got one.
Guy goes into a classy restaurant.
Yeah.
The maitre d' stops him.
Yeah.
Says, sir, before you come in, you have to have a jacket and a tie.
Yeah.
Goes out to the car, he comes back in with a jacket, and the maitre d' stops him again.
Yeah.
Says, I told you, a jacket and a tie.
Yeah.
Goes back out to the car, he comes back in with a pair of jumper cables around his neck, tied in a perfect Windsor knot.
Yeah.
And the maitre d' says, well, I guess I'll let you in, but don't start anything.
Awesome. And that's why we love you, Pops. You bring a smile to everybody's face.
I try.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
And they wanted to be anybody but me.
There you go. There you go. What's your first motorcycle?
My first motorcycle was a trike.
What kind of trike?
45 Harley.
No shit.
Yeah. And it wasn't very fast.
It was a knucklehead.
No, it was a flathead.
Oh, flathead, yeah, flathead.
But it was fun because if you went around the corner right, you could lift one wheel off the ground and you could ride it on two wheels.
They call that stunting nowadays.
Yeah, well, but you can't finish the turn, so I just go until I crashed into something, backed up, and started again.
What was your first two-wheeled motorcycle?
My first two-wheel motorcycle was a my first one was a Triumph. TR6 650.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was burned up in a fire, and I got it for dirt cheap. And I spent the next 4 months rebuilding it.
Yeah.
And I took it over to show Bob. I don't remember his last name. It's so long ago.
Doesn't matter.
His dad owned the Blue Island gun shop.
Okay.
And I went over to show him. He had a 50 panhead in his front room.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to trade.
Yeah.
And I looked at my girlfriend. She shook her head no. So he threw in a 59 Oldsmobile with it. And I looked at her and she shook her head no. And he threw in $100.
Oh,
I looked
shit.
at her and she shook her head no.
Yeah.
And a case of beer. And she was ready for that.
She was all about the beer.
She was all about the beer.
That's the way chicks are, man. Always looking for a good time.
So I got all of it except for the $100, and I didn't care because I had two vehicles now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Positive outcome. So it's fair to say you've been around the block and back. What have you noticed that's changed in this whole motorcycle world? Like, if anything. Or is it all the same?
It's basically the same, but the wars that were going on when I was just starting the aggravation is still there, but the actual confrontation isn't.
You know, you kind of can't do shit nowadays without it being video recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's got a camera in their pocket, on their phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But I mean, you know, it's just as far as like, you know, are guys riding today for the same reasons they were riding back in the day when you started? Like, in your own opinion.
I ride because I enjoy it.
Fuck yeah.
My last bike had 275,000 miles on it.
And you know what? I'd like to say I was there for some of them.
You were.
I was.
Yeah.
And,
I was
you know.
there for some of the last.
Yeah. Well,
you've made 2 trips with me, haven't you?
yeah, I've
Yeah.
made a few trips down south with you.
Yep.
And, you know, I remember most of it.
Do you
Can't party like you guys, man. Jesus, you old timers, just you're next level.
270,000 miles on that bike.
275.
275,000. Do you want to talk about why you don't have that bike anymore?
Because it didn't survive the last crash.
All right,
But
let's
you
talk
did.
about that. Hold on. Let's talk. How many times have you been down on a motorcycle, roughly? Just a guess.
I bet you everyone was rough.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, how many times have you
5.
crashed? 5.
Going all the way back into the 70s.
So what do you think about these guys that crash once and give it up?
Pussy.
Aren't they, though?
Yeah.
What
It's
is
just
it?
like, what do they call that? Riding a horse, you fall off. You got to get back on or you won't.
Exactly. What is-
I was told on, not this last one, but the one before, that it would take me 12 weeks before I didn't need crutches. And 7 weeks later, I was riding.
Absolutely.
You know, the bike wasn't that bad. And although I had 3 plates and 7 screws in my shoulder,
And this was 2 years ago?
this was 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Down south seems to be unlucky for me with 2 wheels because the last 2 wrecks were south. And I won't go to Florida again without one of them triangles on the back of my bike.
I don't recommend anybody going to Florida. No offense to anybody in Florida, but I don't recommend it to anybody. Florida's like its own little world, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's I don't even know if that's America. It's like ultra America.
It's too
What the
close.
What
Too
the
close
fuck?
to Cuba.
First of all,
What the fuck? What
No.
the ever-loving fuck?
first of all, you guys have dinosaurs that you call alligators roaming around your backyards.
Okay, yeah.
You have fucking lizards. You have fucking
They run over your feet. I love it.
dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I won't go to Florida. I just don't know if I recommend it for everybody.
There's mountain lion tracks near, like on the outside, like next to my house.
Yeah,
You can hear the coyotes.
sure.
And the thing is, you'd think that I live in like a rural area in Florida.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, there's roughly, my community is like 236 houses. And there's another couple of communities all around, but we happen to be right through this wildlife corridor.
No, I mean Florida's like Australia. It's like this. Like you better be fucking prepared to be there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like being in fucking
But it's not another
Wyoming.
fucking world.
It's a little. It's kind of is a
Yeah.
little fucking.
When
No.
you meet the Florida
It's not.
men.
It's a different world. It's not a different planet.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Well, I tell you what, the last time I saw you in Florida, you were in a hospital bed. You were pretty fucked up. That was February 9th. It was a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I left you. I remember I was like heartbroken because you had left my house.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Well,
just, I'm not holding myself.
We had to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Tank, I love you. I love you to death, but I had,
It almost came to that, didn't it? Yeah.
you have to leave sometime.
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
just happened to pick that day.
So I mean, it's kind of fucking crazy because you got 30 years on me, and I'll hear guys that are younger than me. They'll crash a motorcycle, and they'll be like, "Oh man,
Yeah,
fuck
they're
that, dude. I got to be mature." Are people just made different than they were back in the day when you were coming up?
I don't know. I don't think they have as big of balls.
Well, okay, let's talk about it. What was it like fucking, okay, because let's not mince words here. You kind of came up in an era, in the motorcycle era, where it was kind of all or nothing, right?
Yeah.
Vietnam era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of my life, a motorcycle was the only vehicle I owned.
I don't even think you own a car.
And I don't now. I haven't haven't owned a four-wheel vehicle since 2008.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, so you kind of came up in that era where men were men and the fucking women were proud of it, and
Yeah.
you're looking now. I mean, here you are, 2000. Did you even think you'd see this age? This.
I didn't think I'd make it past 35, and now I'm double that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. 71 years young.
Yeah.
Right.
Been riding for 52.
52. Fuck man. Jesus. So that's what I mean. Like, you've seen what I would call the golden years of motorcycle club culture or motorcycle culture. This whole easy rider fantasy where a guy just camps on the side of the road and he fucking lives out of a fucking
Right.
Jesus
Sun drop.
sun drop. You know, he lives out of a fucking saddlebag. You've seen those years.
Yeah.
They're not really around anymore. Everybody's got a camera on their phone. Every piece of land is owned by some corporation. You can't just pull over in this camp because somebody's going to tell you can't be there.
Yeah.
You know.
Some Karen's going to show up.
Yeah, some Karen's going to want to speak to the manager.
Yeah.
So I mean, as a person that's seen it all, done it all, been there, done that, what do you think has carried over from your golden years as far as like tradition? Like, what have you seen that's like, okay, that's still a thing and that's awesome? What's a positive spin on today's situation?
I just think that if you become a biker,
Yeah.
you remain a biker.
Right on.
Most people, a lot of people don't, like you said, they have a wreck and they're done.
Yeah.
But anybody that'll get back on and ride is a biker.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any difference to me whether you have 2,500 miles or 25,000 miles.
Yeah.
If you get back on and ride, you're a biker.
Right on. So what you're saying is there's no checklist on
Not really.
a
Not
biker's a biker. You're
Yeah.
gonna know it when you see it.
Yeah.
Fucking right on.
But
Well-
I mean, I've heard. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother.
I have nothing more to say on that subject.
All I was going to say is,
Mhm.
you know, brother, I've interesting thing is I've been in the club longer than you. However, I've known you longer than anybody else in the club.
Yeah.
It's true.
You know-
I remember the trip up the Bunker Hill.
Jesus. Oh my God. But I mean, you were doing biker shit back when like biker shit was, you know, real biker shit going on. We're talking, and I'm not saying you, but I've heard enough stories. But I mean, let's just, you know, bombs were getting tossed into clubs and motorcycles were being retrieved from people.
Yeah. No, they were just repositioned.
Well, the repositioned. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever served time there, Pops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you want to tell?
I
You've
went to
seen so
prison
much.
I went to prison for it was supposed to be 2 years, but it was 11 months and 17 days.
Well, because you got out on good behavior because you're a good boy.
Yeah, well,
No, everybody just likes him.
Yeah.
He just
True.
everywhere he goes, people just kind of like you. It's, you know, you have this way, man.
yeah, I didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
No.
No problems at all. But I was in a medium facility.
3 hots
Yeah.
and a cot, baby.
It wasn't max and it wasn't mine, you know,
Was that the Colorado?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Colorado, Canyon City.
Yeah. I was going to mention the fact that, like, the last, like, I don't know how you want to call it, biker story you were telling me about a tire fire that
Oh, yeah,
happened back in the day.
yeah. When
Things like that don't happen anymore, do they?
No.
No.
I rode with a club back then.
Yeah.
And we always had tire fires wherever we partied.
And they weren't
They
even
were
your
all-
tires.
They were all national runs
Yeah.
where all the chapters showed up, and you'd throw a tire on fire, and if the steel belted radios just came out.
Yeah.
And if the wind was blowing a little bit, it sounded like 100 bikes going through a tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But the biggest one was winter.
Back in the day.
It was a winter
Yeah.
national,
Yeah.
so nobody was riding.
Right.
But I was out front with another guy, and You know what's missing is a tire fire.
Right.
And I knew where there was a
Good
tire.
old-fashioned American tire fire, folks.
I knew where there was a tire
Place.
dump,
Yeah.
you know, and it had hundreds and hundreds of tires. And I went down there and managed to get them going.
Yeah.
And by the time the cops, or by the time the
Fire
fire department
yeah.
showed up, there was 3 different fire departments there, and they were just making sure nothing else caught. In the meantime, the Shell station, the sign out front, started out like this.
Yeah.
And when the fire was finally out, it was like this.
All right. So you melted a Shell station with
Yeah.
a tire fire.
Yeah.
We just don't party like that anymore, huh?
I don't know why not. It was fun.
Yeah. I don't know why not either, man.
You know, you
We're not in Detroit.
if you got a little camp going and you throw a tire on, and somebody passed out by the fire, you can see the trail where they backed up,
Right.
and then the fire would die down, and the trail would go back the other way where they get closer to the fire just to stay warm.
Well, that's, you know, we're sitting here and it's May, it's 2020. The world's fucking under the COVID fucking Chinese cancer coughing disease.
You mean the conspiracy?
Well, you know, I mean, do you want to talk about the Democrats?
There's nothing to talk about.
Here's
There's
my
nothing to talk about. They're dumb as. Look at their presidential candidate. Half the time you don't know what he's talking about.
that motherfucker is out to lunch.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not. I hate all politics.
I
And
say
that's
as a
what
human,
I hate is the fact that they're going to have mail-in vote. That makes it easier
as
to
a
cheat.
human being, though, can we get the guy some help, please?
You know, it's
just from the human factor, get him some help.
it's like the fucking DNC fucking watched Weekend at Bernie's and was like, yeah, it's a good idea. We should do that. Let's just prop a dude up.
yeah.
You know, fuck.
Well, here, and he wants a woman for a vice president,
Yeah.
and
So he can
I
sniff
think
her.
that's only because he's a pervert.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's waiting to see which one will say, "Okay, you can kiss and hug on me," and that's going to be the vice president.
I mean, let's be. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But it's okay. You know, we could talk about biker stuff all day long, but what do you think about like the fucking world that we're living in right now, present day? What do you think about it? Is it
Scary
why?
because it's changing,
How so?
and the sheep are letting it change.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not worried about myself because what do I have, another 50, 60 years to live?
Gotta hope so. You're gonna outlive me, I'm pretty sure.
But my grandkids are going to
Pop
be
some
fucked.
Keith Richards.
My grandkids are going to be fucked.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
it's, you know, I hate to be that guy that's always dwelling in the past. You know, I don't want to be that hipster guy that fucking listens to records, you know, that wants to like just pretend like the past 50 years haven't happened. I mean, I enjoy modern day technology.
Wearing your fedora, drinking your Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Exact. Well, first of all, Pabst Blue Ribbon is a delicious beer, and
I said that on purpose, but it got popular again because the millennials.
the
made it
hipsters
better.
have fucking ruined Pabst Blue Ribbon because
They
they made it
ruined a
fucking
lot of
popular and they made it expensive. When I fucking started drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon, it's what we stole out of
Tank
somebody.
has hit a nerve here on Bikers Life.
Yes, I'm gonna go on a rant and I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole.
What about Meisterbrow?
Oh God, I drank that once and it was terrible.
You got that kind of money? I don't have that kind of money.
Well, back in my day, that was cheap.
Exactly,
It still
man.
is.
Fucking Abe. PBR is considered a fucking premium beverage? No.
Yeah, well,
We drank that because it tasted like shit and we stole it out of our fucking friend's dad's garage refrigerator. You know what I mean?
I know.
We smoked Camel non-filters because they were the closest ones to the counter so we could steal them easier. You know? Fuck.
I used to buy my big friggin'
Here's the sad part. Fucking Jameson, my beloved Jameson, is now becoming popular. I'm afraid that shit's going to be like fucking $40 for a $7.50 fucking bottle of that shit. It's like, fuck, man, could you quit drinking cool shit? Fuck. Can't
Well,
you just, huh?
That's like I was a vodka drinker. I still have
I've
one
seen
every
it.
now and then.
Yeah.
But I've never figured out the difference between Absolute and Grey Goose. And that Grey Goose is almost twice as much as Absolute.
I'm not a vodka drinker. The wife is, and she's into Tito's. But
I haven't got into that yet, but then I quit drinking in June 5th of this year.
yeah,
It's
And
not
now-
June yet.
well, 2019. We're in 2020.
2020.
Well,
But,
June 5th has. Well, else we're in the future.
But
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I find myself
Struggling.
having a drink, one drink
Yeah.
every now and then just to take the edge off.
I remember back in the day, and when I say back in the day, I mean like 2-3 years ago, where you were under the magical fungi at a bar down the street from where we're located, partying like it was, 1972.
No, yeah.
And, and that's why I say, like, guys like you don't come along very often, and they're a dying breed, and it's just a fucking honor to have you on this podcast to tell your story, to share your thoughts.
Well, I've been bugged enough.
We've been
Yeah.
up your ass a little bit, haven't
Yeah.
we?
We
Because,
have,
and that's
But
what this,
I just happened to be here today,
yeah,
where I've been asked before and already had plans for something.
you're a busy man,
Well,
man in demand.
I don't know about busy, but not busy per se. I mean, I've always got something to do
Right. You
So-
keep yourself busy.
until this last 2 months.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, the world fucking,
And the last 2 months, I looked for something to make me busy.
mm,
And it's hard to do when everything's shut down.
yeah, it's fucking, it's a crazy time for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been eating shit lately because, my fucking motorcycle's been broke down. And dealing with machine shops and parts suppliers is just a fucking royal pain in the ass during this whole fucking lockdown thing.
Yeah.
Because trying to get parts because, the manufacturer is in a state that's considered, more locked down than other states where motorcycles aren't essential. It's a pain in the ass to get parts,
Yeah, but motorcycle shops are open.
Well, here in this state.
Yeah.
But like you go to Michigan and it's like,
I
yeah,
don't know
it's
about Michigan.
well, it's locked the fuck down.
Huh.
I talked to fucking
that Whitmer bitch is crazy.
yeah. Well, like Corella Pistons, right? CP Pistons. They're out of fucking California. Good luck trying to get a hold of them back in fucking April. They were locked down because, the governor decided that they weren't essential. Our governor here in
Well,
Wisconsin,
that's not a motorcycle shop. That's a
supplier,
parts.
right?
Yeah.
And I needed parts, so it's kind of hard to get. You know what I mean? When you get to that, yeah, I got to order these fucking parts, but you're limited on who you can order from in this fucking lockdown.
Mhm.
Like, okay, well this supply house is open, but this supply house isn't, and it's a royal pain in the ass. So, seeing as how you're breaking the rules of safer at home and social distancing, sitting at a table with us in literally the what do they call it, at-risk area?
Yeah.
More people are killed every year in car accidents and motorcycle accidents than are being killed here. Does that mean we make cars and motorcycles illegal and we go back to horse and wagon?
Right on, man. Timeline runs to zero on all of our fucking lives.
Yeah.
We're all going into the ground one way or the other.
When it's time to go, it's time to go.
Right on.
I just haven't figured out where my time is.
Well, at the end of the fucking day, do you think that fucking people nowadays that are like my age, like, don't have that same, like, philosophy in life that you gotta live it? Do you think people are fucking shortchanging themselves by not living their lives?
Well, look who affected most by this lockdown. Your people from 21 to 35.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the future. We're in a shitload of trouble.
Well, don't leave us 40-year-old guys out. We'll fucking figure it out sooner or later. Start taking over. I'm that part of that generation that was like DIY, we did our own thing and we were trying to tell society to kiss our ass, we're gonna do our own thing, and we didn't care about the younger or the older, but now we're becoming that
We-
age where we got to worry about the younger.
We like to call that a lost generation. I
Yeah.
was from one as well. Just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you.
that's true.
I was they say if you were born by 64, you were a baby boomer. I was born in 62.
Yeah.
But those late baby boomers, we're kind of a lost generation.
Well, I'm that fucking weird age where I'm considered Gen X and millennial, depending upon how you want to look at it. Like they call us, what do they call us? Xennials.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because we were brought up early on in the old school ways of pre-internet, you know, and then as we were becoming, you know, like late teens, early 20s, we had the internet, so we kind of were fluent in the internet world, and we're fucking also fluent in the old school world, like pre-internet, where you had to shake a man's hand to get to know him instead of
Yeah.
going on his Instagram page and following him,
Yeah.
and you know,
or actually call them up on the phone.
yeah, it's
and
so
know,
weird.
And know 50 numbers in your head
It-
instead of looking on a phone or just
Exactly.
dialing somebody, finding somebody's name and pushing the button.
Have you ever called like a younger dude, or well, you know, a younger person? When you call them on the phone, they almost seem awkward, like they don't know what to do with a phone call.
Yeah,
It's so fucking weird.
yeah, because I know people that won't even talk on the phone. All they do is text.
Exactly.
I hate, I don't mind text for like a small little blurb, but I'll just call the person if I got something to say.
Yeah, me
It's a
too.
lot easier. My thumbs, won't fatigue.
I text when I'm busy. You know, like if
Yeah.
I'm at work, I'll throw a text out because, you know,
I don't
can't-
like to text because my thumbs are too big.
exactly. Speaking of thumbs too big,
Yeah,
what's up? But
I mean, think about what he'd seen though. Now you're talking. So I was born in '62, so you were 13 when I was born.
Yeah.
And so the Beatles are just starting to be a thing.
oh yeah,
I mean, so in terms of counterculture, really, you were at the start with the Beatniks.
I
You know,
don't
you're
know.
coming. Well, you're coming into your own in '60s. I mean,
Yeah,
so 13. So you were 18, Summer of Love.
it was the Beatles and the Stones and Pink Floyd.
All right. So you're like right around the time. Were you a hippie when you were supposed to be a hippie?
I was a hippie for from the time I graduated high school until I saw my first chopper.
So that's 67 to 71 was your first chopper.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I've heard the stories.
Yeah.
we've had many conversations.
yeah.
about
I was a bass player in a rock and roll band,
yeah.
and I went outside to have a cigarette, and there was a chopper, and the next day I sold everything I had
And you went, hey, that's
and
for
bought
me.
that
And
bought that Triumph.
yeah,
I was just letting you two old guys go for a minute. I thought you guys were gonna start telling stories. I'm part of the audience at this
Yeah.
point. You know.
Yeah.
there's some stories, all right, that's for sure.
Well,
When did you start riding?
Oh, my first
Age-wise?
age was my first time on a bike.
Yeah.
First time on a bike, I was 9.
Oh.
That's the first time I was on a motorcycle. When I started riding, it was probably 20.
well, I got into the
I was
motorcycle.
18.
Yeah.
Me too. Oh well, I think I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
I
18,
19.
17. Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. I can't remember. I drank a lot. That's true. You know. But yeah, it was a crazy time called the late 90s. You know. And yeah, I mean, when I started riding, it was.
No. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I thought you had a story there. I thought we were
I've
gonna
got
get some.
many stories.
I thought we were gonna get some internet gold.
You
you
want
know?
internet gold? I'll tell you a story about internet gold. How about this? And I'll put myself out there on this. All right.
Okay.
So I'm tooling around in New England.
Yeah.
Right. Working as a cook.
Yeah.
It's resort time, summertime. I get myself in. Well, let's just say I've said it before. You got to experience. You have to experience what you're not to figure out what you are.
Mm-hmm.
There was about a 45-day period there where I was experimenting with intravenous drugs.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing myself out there. Yep, little cocaine going in there was one of the stupidest things I ever did.
I was one of them.
But
It was methamphetamine.
well, there you go. But I remember getting all tuned up, and me and a buddy, he's on like a Kawasaki 400 Limited. Kawasaki 400 Limited. I was leaning way over, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Wanted to keep my face out as I'm talking about intravenous drugs. And we're up tooling through the mountains.
We support drugs.
Like
on this
11:30 at night,
podcast.
fucking tuned up on a friggin' on a dime shot from.
Only the fun ones. Huh?
So I'm tuned up on a 10-cent shot, which
Yeah.
miss a turn completely because, of
Oh.
course, as soon as I start to go into the turn, I panic. And so what do you do when you panic? You try to turn the bike. What happens? The bike goes even wider.
Yeah.
I go up and down this 10-foot embankment. So we're down at the bottom of the thing, laughing my ass off. Got the bike down there. And we're good, 7 feet down, probably 10 feet long. Pretty good angle.
Yeah.
We get in our heads. Oh, we're 20, 22 years old, 21. We'll push the bike up out of there.
Mm-hmm.
It took us till 6 a.m. to get that bike up out of there. And I think it's twice. We probably fell asleep 2 or 3 different times. I might have nodded off once. But yeah, those are really heavy when you're trying to push one up out of a ditch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't use intravenous drugs and go hightailing it off at midnight in the mountains in New England on a motorcycle and miss a turn.
Well, I gave up all
And it's a
drugs.
different word. It's a different world now. So I don't use intravenous drugs.
I gave up any kind of drugs in 1999.
Yeah.
I had a major heart attack and a quadruple bypass, and then the only drugs I did were.
Is
ones
there
the
anything
doctor
you
told me
haven't
to.
survived?
Some of those drugs are more harder than shit you can get on the street,
Yeah,
though.
well,
Yeah.
I'm on antidepressants now because when I got wrecked my bike, I just went straight downhill.
You don't seem depressed, though.
Well, I'm on antidepressants now.
Then they're working. Awesome.
Yeah, I actually talked to my girlfriend and everything else.
Well, I
Started up with the joke of the day again.
There's a pill for that. But actually, you know what? That's like a story. Like the way I met you, I was literally just coming around the whole motorcycle club scene, and I met you at a bar, and you weren't a part of any club. You were just an independent, and you were telling a story because you just gotten out of the hospital, because your daughter is a brother of a friend of mine who's not in the motorcycle world, right? And so I kind of know her, and I kind of know you. And you were telling me a story. You were like, yeah, I just got out of the hospital. And after what was it, like your second heart attack or?
Yeah, well, I had the first heart attack in September of '99. 3 weeks later, I had a quadruple bypass.
Sure.
And in January of 2000, I had another heart attack. 2 of the bypasses failed.
Right.
They wanted to go back in, and I wouldn't let them. And I started out on 13 pills a day,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm down for my heart. Now I'm down to 3.
Making progress.
Yeah.
That's good.
Pops is gonna
And
live forever.
One of them is Plavix, and the other 2 are blood pressure and cholesterol.
Right on. Well, I remember because, I didn't know who the fuck you were. I mean, I kind of knew who you were because literally, I think it was 2 weeks beforehand, my fucking girlfriend, who is now my wife, was telling me about this old biker that was hitting on her at the bar. And she was describing you, yeah. And, you were talking to me, you're like, yeah, you literally got out of the hospital hours before I ran into you at the bar. Because apparently you left the hospital and you went straight to fucking Hammy's. Shout out to Hammy's, by the way. And you were like, yeah, I was in the doctor's office, and I had, whatever heart complication you had. And you were like, doc, back when I was like 40, my dick would be super hard and I couldn't bend it. And then now that I'm in
How strong am I going to get?
Exactly. You're like, now I can bend it a little bit. How strong am I going to get with these heart attacks? It was like, fucking A, you were the coolest fucking dude at the bar, You were like telling jokes literally moments after getting out of the hospital, after having a life-threatening, situation. You're telling jokes at a bar drinking a fucking Bud Light.
Well, the same thing happened when I got out of the hospital for my lung cancer.
What's that?
Straight to the bar.
There you go. You got to keep living, or you're gonna fucking die.
And when I got out of Huber, I went straight to the bar.
Huber is a work release program for those that don't know.
Yeah.
When you fuck up in life, they give you Huber.
Well,
yeah.
The main thing when you wind up with prison time or Huber or anything, when they ask you what you did, you just say you broke the law.
There you go.
That way you don't rub anybody wrong.
So, being that you've seen it all, done it all, been there, done that, and if this was 30 years ago, you wouldn't even talk to guys like us because you'd be too hardcore. What message do you have for people that might be listening to this fucking shit show we call a podcast that don't have the experience you have? What wisdom do you have as far as how to be a person?
Pay attention
To what?
to other people.
For-
Take what you can learn from everybody and put it all together and become your own person.
Sort of like be humble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Realize that you don't know everything.
Right.
No,
I still don't know everything. I still don't. Maybe that's why I'm still around.
Yeah.
To finish my education.
Exactly. I mean, that's sort of, what this podcast is kind of, for, is to educate people as much as it is to tell a story.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, this whole motorcycle culture, I'm not even talking about motorcycle club, I'm talking like motorcycle culture. I mean, you think about, Indian was invented in 1901, Harley Davidson in 1903. I mean, that's just over 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guys like you who came up in an era that is almost alien to what we're experiencing now. You know what I mean?
You've seen half of it.
If I could go back in time,
Yeah.
I would have bought all the Indian basket cases that I could have got for $50.
I'm at that fucking age too.
Yeah.
Where I'm like thinking about all the shit I had and I wish I had now.
Yeah.
Because it'd be worth a fucking fortune. I could retire.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Fuck. Who knew knuckleheads were going to be so big?
Right.
Or shovelheads. I remember, I am that age where I remember where you could get a shovelhead for like $2,000 and like people would laugh at you for buying it. Like, oh, you bought a shovelhead? They're junk. Now you can't even fucking buy a shovelhead for less than like $5-6 grand. You know what I mean? Like a basket case.
High school, the big joke was, oh, he's got a Mustang. Well, dime a dozen,
Yeah.
He has 67 Mustang in high school, and we called him a dime a dozen back then.
Yeah.
People killed for that now.
Yeah.
The first chopper I built was constructed on LSD.
Yeah, I've heard the story, actually.
I wouldn't think about it or
Right.
work on it unless I was tripping. And I entered it in one show. I got best in class and best engineered bike. There was stuff on there that I should have patented.
Folks, it was the first Peter-powered, Peter clutched motorcycle. That's right. He used his dick to be able to actually move it from the LSD. No. Put it together on LSD. Yes.
I can either
Yeah.
confirm or deny that.
But that was
Yeah,
even though I built it on acid, I called it biphetamine because it was black and it was fast.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So.
Yeah. We could set some alarms off on YouTube.
I don't even care. Fuck
I don't
'em.
either. No, it means
Fuck
they're
'em.
listening.
I'm not in here to fucking make money. I don't care. The
No,
whole world
no,
can
yeah,
hate
yeah.
us as long as it's being heard. I
Now
don't
they're
give a
getting what they
shit.
paid for once again.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Man,
But
this is therapy for me. You kidding me? No,
I-
it is. This is therapy.
I do this to fucking record fucking interesting people. Guys like Pops, guys like Hollywood that
Yeah, Hollywood, yeah.
and even guys like Patrick and Miho who are younger or whatever. I mean, the one thing about, the 2020, the new age is that we can record things and we can make videos, because at the end of the day, I don't give a shit if you're fucking 75 or fucking 17. Your life's going to fucking end at some point and you're going to be in memory. And the more we can record people, the more we can fucking listen to what they thought or listen to what the fuck they experienced, the better off we are. Because the only way this human species, whether you want to talk about normal people or bikers or whatever, the only way we advance is fucking learning from the past.
No, that's what I say. You learn, you take the best of different people and you put it all together and form yourself.
Right on. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a privilege to talk to guys like you. It's a privilege to talk to guys that were there when, this whole biker motorcycle culture because you hear a lot about, shit online nowadays. And I don't know how much you're aware of it because it's kind of fucking stupid, but you hear a lot of guys bitch and whine about, oh, well, Harley guys don't give sport bike guys enough credit for being bike. It's like, dude, you know how stupid that fucking sounds?
Hey, I give the hip biker handshake to anybody that's on 2 wheels.
Exactly. You're dropping deuces at any chance you get fucking
You
get.
probably do it to the gold wingers too.
I don't see as many of them as I do sports bikes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They're kind of like in a world of their own, but I do it for everybody,
Yeah.
except scooters.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Dude, that's such a trip, man, when a guy's like riding like a fucking Honda Spree and he drops the deuces on me. I'm like, no, stop it.
I saw a guy in Florida on a Honda Spree with ape hangers. That was in St. Petersburg.
When I was living,
I thought that was pretty funny.
I was living in this podunk town in fucking Wisconsin, and it was pretty hillbilly. And there was this, I want to say, 12-year-old kid riding a mini bike down the fucking sidewalk. I swear to God. And he had 12, 10, I don't know how old he was, but he had a mullet, he had no shirt, shorts, and he's riding a mini bike down the fucking sidewalk. I'm on my fucking motorcycle going down the fucking road. This kid, I swear to God, this is 2017, 18. He has a fucking mullet. That fucking little kid dropped me the deuces. Threw 2 down, recognizing, hey, man, I'm on a motorcycle.
On his way to bigger and better things.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but I have never been more enthusiastic to fucking return that fucking...
Right?
Fuck yeah, dude. This little 12-year-old gets it. He's 12 years old. He's got his mullet. He's got his little fucking mini bike, his fucking, whatever, 50cc fucking, pit bike thing he had. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
It was motorized. It was 2 wheels.
It gives me hope.
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot of fucking these I don't know, fuck, Gen X, or no, not Gen X, I'm sorry, Gen Z? What is the new fucking 20-year-old person called? I can't keep track, it doesn't fucking matter. These fucking people who are fucking...
Adolescent.
Yeah. Triggered, I need a safe space.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Make your own safe space, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
But, I see kids like that, and it's like, man, it gives me hope that maybe this culture, this biker culture, and it extends to not only Harley riders, but even sport bike guys.
Oh, yeah.
I know guys that have lost their fucking leg, and they still ride, and they ride sport bikes. I know guys that...
How about chicken wing?
Yeah.
No arm?
Yeah. Or guys like that are into, adventure biking. There's a guy on the internet that I follow every once in a while, and he's got an adventure bike, and he rode from somewhere up north Wisconsin to like the peak of Alaska, on a motorcycle in 2019. I mean, that, regardless of, what type of bike he rides or why he rides, that's still an accomplishment. You're riding through the Arctic Circle, you're riding through wilderness, you're riding 200 plus miles where there isn't a gas station on a dirt fucking road. You know what I mean?
I remember my first trip down to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Taking a shortcut. And all of a sudden I'm on reserve and I don't know where a gas station's at.
Right on.
And I've come over the top of a hill and there's a gas station at the bottom. And I ran out of gas on the top of the hill and was able to coast into the gas station. That was the last time I took that route.
Now, if we're being real, I remember 2019 riding to Kentucky with you, and we had to pull over on the side of fucking Interstate 39 because somebody had to switch over to reserve. So,
yeah,
old habits die hard.
Well, that's it. I ride a trike now.
Yeah.
And when I stop, I put my feet on the ground. When I know I'm home, I always reach for the kickstand, and there's no kickstand on the trike.
I'm gonna get one for you as a gift.
Well, I looked, and the actual mount is there. All I need is the kickstand and the spring.
There you go.
We'll get you one so you feel comfortable. And that's this thing too. Like you'll see guys like, oh, a guy that rides a trike isn't a biker, or they call it a bitch. It's like, dude, if you have lived long enough to the point where you need a trike, you deserve a trike.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on a trike because it was popular demand.
Well,
You got a lot of people who love you, brother.
Well,
you know, it's like our beloved Snoop Dogg says, you've paid the cost to be the boss. You have lived the life. You've done enough. You don't have to prove shit to anybody.
well, I'm not proving anything to anybody now except for I am still a biker.
Exactly. You know.
I have an extra wheel to keep me from tipping over at stoplights.
And I you know, and I'm at that weird fucking age where I still hang out with the younger guys, but I can identify with the older guys. Like, if a guy needs to stop drinking or he needs to fucking jump on a trike, man, you can't fault him for that, because at some point you can't keep going. You know, 23-year-old fucking dirty would kick the shit out of fucking 41-year-old dirty any day of the week. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't what I used to be, and I'm not going to be any better down the road. I'm going to slowly decline. But as long as you keep going, that's all that matters.
Okay, here's an. I was a prick.
Yeah.
My whole life. Until I moved to Janesville, and Janesville changed my life.
Really?
And it's a funny thing because I got out of prison
Mm-hmm.
in Kansas City, Colorado, and my last 5 digits of my prison number were 53545. And it's a coincidence that I wind up in Janesville.
Serendipitous.
Well, if I don't know how that happened, but it did.
Well, I mean,
And
you know,
now I not only have friends, but I have a lot of them.
well, I'm proud enough to call you brother. So,
You know,
Me too.
you're my brothers.
Yeah.
And it was the best thing I ever did was belong to this group because I fit.
you know what? It means a certain level of, you know, it just for a guy of your stature to say you fit means a lot to me, because, you know, society has watered down this culture, this biker culture. You know what I mean, with its TV shows. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's watered down. Let's be honest. It
Well,
ain't what it used to
It's
be.
not. It's not like when in the early '70s there was Hell's Angels on Wheels and all these biker movies, the
Yeah.
Born Losers and that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what poisoned.
Yeah,
Everybody to
driving
begin
movie
with.
culture.
Yeah, it made
Yeah.
it sexy.
Yeah.
And I mean, for guys like you who have been there, done that, lived the life, been around the block and back, to say that you belong to us, it's like, fuck, man, that means so much. You know what I mean? It means so much because, you know, I'm trying to write my own history, as a lot of young guys are,
Yeah.
and to see guys that are, you know, trying hard to keep the culture alive, like our brother Miho, you know,
Mhm.
our brother Patrick, who's, you know, 30s, early 30s, late 20s, whatever you want to say. And they're trying to keep that tradition alive, like our friend Shaggy.
Yeah.
You know, as he said, you know, you gotta, some things can change,
Well,
but some
Shaggy,
things can never change.
Shaggy, whenever I ran into him, when
Yeah.
he belonged to this group and I didn't,
Yeah.
he always pulled me over on the side to ask me questions
Yeah.
about my past.
Yeah.
So I think that I had a little influence on him,
Right now.
but it wasn't the influence that would keep him here. He had to
Well-
move on to a different thing.
And but that's all right, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, because things like that, like, you got to get in where you fit in, right?
Right.
You know, you can't. Not everybody's gonna be fucking. You know, everybody grows. You know, I don't care if you're fucking 25 or 55. You're gonna grow as a person.
Yeah.
You know, your ideas will change.
That's because you're still collecting information.
Exactly. You know, you're taking in this data. You
Yeah.
know, your ideas will change. I don't think if you don't grow as a person, you're fucking up as a person.
Well, as an old saying says, either you're green or growing or you're ripe and ready.
You know, exactly. It's like, you know, when you're young, you're a fucking liberal. If you're fucking old, you're a conservative. You know what I mean? Like, young people are always bleeding hearts. They always want to fucking fix the world because they got the best idea ever. And then they
Yeah.
get older and realize, oh, maybe we should fucking keep things the way it were because it was working. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do, man.
But my point is, it's like, man, you know, guys like Pops, guys like, you know, Hollywood from Insane Throttle, guys like Shaggy, you know, they're all important for different reasons. You know, you're here to tell us how it was and how it should be.
Yeah.
Guys like fucking Hollywood from Insane Throttle are here to tell us how it is and how it should be. And guys like Shaggy are here to tell us that it's always going to be the way it is. Because guys like that are going to keep that torch burning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I live vicariously through that guy. You know, because I'm not at that. I can't roll as hard as him. You know, I'm not old enough to do it, but I'm young enough to keep going as far as I can. You know, versus a guy like yourself. You know,
Collecting information.
exactly. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to keep it going.
I can't stress that enough.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it's
Yeah.
about teaching the young.
that's why I don't consider myself complete because I'm still collecting information.
I know. You know, and in 30 years, when you're still around, fucking
40.
40.
Yeah.
I'm-
Give me,
I'm
give me a
sorry.
break. Give me a break. I want to make the Guinness Book of World Records as the oldest biker.
I don't see why that isn't possible with modern technology.
Yeah.
I mean, you're drinking Sundrop, the nectar of the gods, as far as we're concerned in Wisconsin.
Well, you know, what was it? 4 years ago, I had lung cancer,
Mm-hmm.
and from the time it was diagnosed until the time I was cured was 3 months. So I don't even consider that a life. I consider that a speed bump.
How many scientists study you?
None.
They should. They should.
They got to catch me.
You ain't talking if they did.
Yeah, 2 months, for the first 2 months of this thing, they could have caught me because I
Recovering.
wasn't recovering as much as I was quarantined,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and I was quarantined because I didn't have wheels.
Yeah.
But during that time I was quarantined, I managed to put together enough money to get the trike that I have now.
You know, and that's just it. I mean, a guy like you let me try to figure out a way to word this real quick. You have every excuse in the book to give up. You know, you can use your age, you can use past injuries, you can use whatever. But yet, no matter what, you will figure out a way to do what you want to do, live your life, and you will fucking just keep on fucking pressing forward.
That's why for that short time that I didn't have a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's why they put me on the antidepressants,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't talk to anybody. I didn't want to be around anybody. You know, I was like that girl in the commercial that's got the paddle with the smile on it. Yeah.
But you just keep pressing forward.
Well, I didn't have nothing else to do.
You just keep on. And I mean, and it's so fucking weird to sit here and talk to a guy who, you know, society would look at you as like maybe like a failure because you don't have a fucking, you know, 5-story mansion, yada yada yada, and you don't have this giant fucking nest egg, and you're not, you know, whatever. And it's like, you know, the character of a human being shouldn't be a dollar amount. It should be about how he's willing to press forward when the fucking world throws him a curveball.
Right now I own a 3-wheel motorcycle.
Yeah.
7 boxes of personal items and my clothes. And I never cared to own anything else.
Exactly. And
No.
that means more to me, you telling me that, than some fucking asshole who's fucking your age with a fucking country club fucking membership.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's like, oh, I'm going to leave my grandchildren fucking multi-million dollars to go to college. You know what? It's like, where's your character? Where's your character? Bikers have character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who else has that? Who else can say they have character, like a group? Exactly. I can't think of any. Okay.
No.
I can't think of one
I was
fucking...
at a loss. I was just.
I mean, maybe fighters, or maybe like you know, some sort of like other, because I mean, bikers are almost like a dying breed as far as like the way society sees human beings, you know? I mean, how many people want to be cold and wet in two wheels?
Well, I if I had it to do all over again,
Yeah.
in between the rock and roll band
Mm-hmm.
and a biker, I would have became a professional boxer because obviously I can stop I stop myself on a highway at 75 miles an hour and still survive. You know, go ahead, punch me in the head.
I've seen pictures of you from back in the day, and I'm pretty sure you
He's
could kick
talking
my
about
ass.
2 months ago.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know,
That's not the first one I stopped
I know,
myself
I know.
you know, it's just it's different breed of human, you
But
know.
that's the old school.
Yeah.
That's the old school. You go down, you stay with the bike.
You've been down.
Because soon as you separate yourself from the bike, anything can help.
Yeah.
That was one of ours, I'm sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, and that's why we have to talk to you. I mean, yeah, maybe you're not what you used to be, but you're still the person that you were. You know, you haven't changed, have you? I mean, you weren't, you know, 20 years ago fucking, you know,
Well, 20 years ago, I was just me. And I added conspiracy theory.
you want to go down that rabbit hole?
I you know,
We're about coming to
I'm
the end of our movie time here.
No, we'll be okay.
I come to the point of where
No.
I don't believe any of this shit. You know, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. If you aren't, you're not. 6 feet apart ain't gonna make any difference.
I think I think everybody on this planet needs to look to your generation, that that Vietnam era / all or nothing generation, where you didn't have a fucking news media telling you what to do. You did what you had to do.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Now everybody's influenced by the news.
Exactly. Well, I don't want to fucking hold anybody up here, but
Right. No, do what you gotta do, man. If he just wants to talk, ramble on.
I mean,
Yeah.
you want to keep going? We'll keep going. I don't know. I mean, what time is Wheel of Fortune on? I know you old guys like that shit. So, what time does Matlock start? I mean,
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait, my
He
favorite,
likes Frasier, okay?
I like Frasier and I like Forged in Fire.
I like that too. Forged
Yeah.
Fire. That fucking that
that's
makes a badass shit.
I can't wait till that June 3rd when they start having the one judge in with the people.
So it's not weird that the older I get, the more I watch the History Channel. That's not weird.
No,
Okay, good.
no.
I thought I was weird for a minute.
Well,
Yeah.
I got involved with the Forged in Fire because when I was a kid,
Yeah.
when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old,
Right.
my grandfather had a forge,
Really.
and it was, you know, the one that he had to crank,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always cranking while he was making replacement parts for equipment.
Mm-hmm. Back when you had to make it because you couldn't buy it.
Make it because it was cheaper.
Right on. So where do you see this? This is completely opinion based. I'm asking your opinion. There's no right or wrong answer. Where do you see the world going from here on out?
Well,
In general.
I'm scared because I've watched. You don't think the government will ever forget how they controlled us?
Oh no, I am 100% anti-government. Yeah.
So that's the thing that scares me, and I don't care what the next epidemic is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to be me. I'm going out. I'm doing my thing,
Right on.
and hopefully things won't be shut down like they are. But if they are, I've survived this one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was actually at a bar yesterday that was open for business. Sunset.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, people inside, people outside. Most people were outside because it was beautiful yesterday. But there were still people inside, and they were closer than 6 feet.
All right, so let's we're gonna right up to the 6 feet line. We're going to pick right back up here in just 1 second. All right, I'm going to edit this out. I'll be able to get it off of there, but it's going to end here, and then I have to click go ahead again. So I just want to get it quick. So hang tight. A lot of people up there at Lake, at Sunset rather.
Are we recording again?
Yeah, well,
We're almost done right now.
to start, I was out for a ride with Chop, and I had my grandson with me,
Oh, right, Deegan.
Deegan, and I heard that they were open. I go out there and I run into Mike and Julie and Mongo's girl and
Yeah.
and
Doesn't matter. People.
yeah, but they were out there.
Yeah.
And everybody, nobody, what,
Living life,
I
man.
don't understand why Rock County, Greene County,
And we're back.
Walworth County, and Dane County are still shut down.
Well, I mean, people these days are, well, they're scared to death. And I get it. Like, there are people that are dying, and there are people that are catching diseases.
And surviving.
Exactly. Well, and that's just it. I mean, they tell us that a handful of people don't know that they have it, so we have to wear masks. But at the same time, they're given, like, a death rate. Like, X amount of people that get it die. Well, if X amount of people don't even know they have it, then how can you have an average?
How many people have died and
Yeah.
they blame it on the virus?
Well,
That too.
I don't think the count is right.
Here's the real interesting thing. By them flattening the curve and doing what they did, they essentially took one part of the scientific method away because they tried to take it out of the herd, basically. And so you have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
We've never done that before.
No.
We quarantined small bits of people that had or were prone to it. But I mean, to tell healthy people to stay at home was never done. And by taking away that portion of the test group, it changed whatever sort of science that they were going to get from it.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. You said it was opinion based, so.
Well, I mean, exactly. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if you spend 2 minutes on fucking mainstream media, you're going to realize that nobody really knows what's going on. I don't care what your job title is. You do not know what's going on.
What about the murder hornets that they're trying to slip in now?
Goddamn murder hornets, man.
Damn.
Hey, I survived the killer bees. I can survive them.
Yeah.
Well, and then they release that UFO footage.
All at the same time, yeah.
I mean,
Well, I believe in UFOs.
who doesn't?
I believe in. I was raised Lutheran. I
Okay.
was baptized. I sang in the church choir and everything, and I read a book by Eric von Daniken, and then another book by Stitchen.
Okay.
And now I believe in 12 gods.
Mm.
They live on the 12th planet.
Oh.
And I don't consider myself non-religious because the Greeks and the Romans and Sumerians all believed in multiple gods. So I'm just a different view.
Right on.
I mean, if there was only one religion, how come there's so many different churches?
That's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, that's, in this podcast, we typically don't talk about politics or religion because, there's so many different ways you can look at or interpret things. But
Well, I thought you wanted to know about me.
I do.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, like, it's interesting to hear a guy say that, okay, let's be honest. The age that you're at, if you weren't a biker, if you were just a normie, a normal person,
Ignore me.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you would be,
Cheers.
you would be into gardening, and you would go to church on Sundays. That's what normal people do, Pops. I know you don't ever associate with them, but that's what they do.
Well, I gave that up when first time I had to clean the gutters.
I understand. Community service doesn't count. But, but it's like, I look at these people like, they're just waiting to die. And I see a guy like you that's like still
prolonging
living.
it.
You're still living though.
Yeah.
You know?
prolonging it. I'm gonna take it for what it's worth for as long as I can.
I've seen you outlast guys that are a third your age. A fucking third. And they can't keep up.
What's a third of 70?
Like 20 something.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
want to name names.
23.
But Mario.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. You know, shout out to Mario. But you would outlast him any day of the week. He ain't got the gumption. And it's not his fault. Society has made him that way because society's a little bit different than when you were coming up.
Yeah.
You know? Society didn't fucking give a shit about your fucking lack of prowess. You know, there was no such thing as a participation trophy when you were coming up.
No.
Yeah, that shit never existed. You know? You come from that era where you had to prove your fucking mettle. And that's why we appreciate you. Because without guys like you telling your story, talking to us, and fucking sharing, that would be lost. Because maybe in 2020, our best fucking benefit, our best fucking, how do you say, contribution to the world is the fact that we can record this stuff. You know? I mean,
Okay.
I would fucking love to sit across the fucking table to a guy like, you know, I don't know, George Washington, right? The founder of America.
Mhm.
Or a Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, you name it, any sort of iconic person on this planet. We can't do that, right? I have to look at news clippings. I have to look at something that they said in a speech somewhere.
Yeah.
I get to sit across the table from you, a guy who's been around the block and back, and ask you what you think about X, Y, and Z. And that's fucking privilege. Because in the first time in history, we can record it. This is going to go in the cloud. You know what I mean? This is on the internet. It's there forever. You know, you're immortal at this point. You know what I mean? No, it's true. You know, like fucking 10 years from now, somebody could look up this fucking goofy ass podcast somehow and they figure, you know, how to, you know, download it or whatever. However,
And when they compare my life with history,
yeah. Well, they compare your life. I mean,
they
it's
would
going to
make me a nonconformist.
exactly. And that's the future, though. You've seen the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're on the social media. You have a smartphone.
Yeah.
It's been almost
And
like
when they talked me into the smartphone, I told them I only had an IQ of 4,
yeah.
and she said that was smart enough. And
There you go.
believe me, I found out it wasn't.
The phone makes up for it. Talk to text. But you know, I mean, it's like, you know, guys like you, like we need to fucking hear the stories. We need to fucking record it because I don't give a flying fuck what you think about yourself. We have a higher opinion about you. You know,
Mhm.
we do. We just fucking do because your life is harder than my life because I have luxuries that you didn't have. You know, just by technology wise. You know,
Mhm.
by you know, like if you wanted to learn something, you had to go out and learn it. Maybe go to the library and look up a book or talk to somebody, right? Now I can jump on Google and know anything about anything.
Well, that's how I was raised. My grandfather told me that if I could read and understand, I could be anything I wanted to be.
Yeah. And you chose to be a biker?
Well, there was a gap in between what he told me and what I
Yeah.
became, but because of him, I could fix anything on a motorcycle because I could read and understand the manual.
I've seen you put a fucking motorcycle back together after they rear-ended you on a ride with a crowbar. So that's a story for
Yeah.
another time. Well, we should probably wrap this up. I'm sure
Okay.
there's, you know, an early bird special you got to get to, but
What an asshole.
what's the wisdom? What's the wisdom you got for all 6 of our viewers?
Nine. We gained 3 more.
You got 9 viewers now?
9 total.
What's the wisdom you have for our 9 viewers that would set them right on the path to life? What do you got?
The same thing I keep stressing. Build your own personality by things you learn from other people.
Right on. Well,
Come on in, brother.
I'm leaving.
You just got here.
well, I think that wraps
Let's
it up.
finish it up real quick. All
Yeah.
right.
No, you're doing great.
No, we're done anyway.
Yeah.
The boss is here.
Oh yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble now. Son of a bitch.
He's
Do your thing, I'm out.
got bigger and better things to do than us.
Oh, shit, really?
It's happening.
Have a good night. Hey, I bet you had a good one
Yeah,
last
yeah,
night.
you had fun last
Yeah.
night, huh? I stopped here the
I-
first time
I
because I'd
saw
seen your
where the
bike
bike
out there
was.
and I thought maybe you were sacked out on the couch.
No,
No, I
no,
left at 7. I don't know how I drove home.
I said yeah.
You
I
didn't
know,
drive
let's not
home.
I don't know. Yeah, I did.
You
I
left
took
your
the car
bike here.
home. The bike was here. I took the car.
Oh. Okay.
Allegedly.
See you, brother.
You know me, I'm a trooper.
Hey.
I fucking love this
Yeah,
lifestyle.
He doesn't know how he drove home.
I just fucking love this shit.
Back 7, 8 years ago, I had a camper up in Linden Station, and 2 times I woke up there and didn't know how I got there, but the bike was outside. And one time I wound up in Bolingbrook, Illinois. It didn't know how I got there,
Nice.
you know. And that Bolingbrook, I had tolls. I must have ran the tolls, I guess.
Hey, man. You know, it's stories like that keep this lifestyle alive. You know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
that's see, you got nailed for a toll on a bridge
I did.
because you didn't have
I
bandanas
did.
on the back of your bike to hide your
Oh.
plate.
I completely fucked up in life, man. Yeah, I got that iconic photo of.
And you thought those were just for show.
I
Turns out they
fucking.
were.
I mean, you live, you learn. You know, I didn't even fucking
Or
know.
no
Fucking
show. Yeah.
Kentucky sends me a bill for these tolls, and they're like, they show a picture of me and this guy, but he didn't get a ticket.
Oh,
That's because I had the bandanas.
You had the
covering my
bandanas.
plate.
You had the bandana. I didn't have the bandanas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I fucked up. But
But those bandanas were there for a reason. That was one bandana for everybody that I either rode with or knew close that are no longer here.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
quite a start.
And every one of them was younger than me when they left this earth.
you're a legend. You're a living legend, Pops.
I don't know about that.
I know. I know about that.
Okay, see, that's your opinion, and you gain that opinion by learning from other people.
Yep. Well, now that we're all touchy-feely, we should probably end this thing because we're going to lose our street cred.
Oh,
but,
well, we don't want that. No. Our street cred.
Our street cred.
Oh, man.
Fucking A. By bullets. There we go.
Well,
Street cred reaffirmed.
brother, we're going to want to bring you back. Because we kind of
From
did.
what?
From the dead again.
Dude, we're going to weekend and Bernie's your ass. What are
Yeah,
you
no
talking
shit.
about?
You're not done. Yeah, we're going to stuff you and put you in a corner.
Yeah.
When you're done. We'll get a lot of people come in and out just to want to see you, you know?
Yeah, you're not going to die. You're just going to become
They'll
a
say,
marionette.
he looks so lifelike. We say, yeah.
Well, if anything happens, do I get to okay the taxidermist before it happens?
Yes, you do.
Sure.
Yes, you
Will it?
do.
I mean, if they can do Roy Rogers' horse, I guess they could do me.
Right.
Fucking Roy Rogers. There's a throwback. Fuck.
Yeah.
Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers.
Roy
Trigger.
Rogers.
Was that Trigger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Trigger,
yeah. See, I'm old too. Yeah.
Oh.
What happens to that fucking nut, Tank?
I guess we are going to do this. All right. Folks, it's been a pleasure having Pops here today. We're going to bring him back in one more time, probably twice. Who knows? He's not had a lot of time left in him.
Get to know him.
Maybe about 30, 40 more years.
Follow him on Facebook at Fuck You.
At fuck you. That's right.
Yeah, you gotta catch me when I'm not busy.
The big
Yeah.
school, fuck you. But this is Dirty Tank and Pops coming at you from the Bikers Lifestyle Podcast. Remember, everybody out there, the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the handlebar to the seat. Thanks a lot.
Oh, I'm glad to get them off.
Laid.
Yeah. See, it's not as hard as everybody makes it out to be.